Against my better judgment, I shall tell you a secret. All the world hails me as emperor and god, but I still wear the flesh of a man. I'm getting on in years, and the supreme power weighs heavier each day. I wish to be one of the few emperors in Rome's long history to enter a peaceful and voluntary retirement. The lack of a natural-born heir is the only barrier to my plan. Every patrician in Rome would quickly offer himself as my successor, but the more avidly they want it, the less suited they are for such power. You alone have shown the ability and the devotion to govern in my place. I have one last assignment for you, the ultimate test of your governing skills. You will build a glorious city in Massilia, a province with little farmland, meager resources, and some armed resistance. Local Gauls are again fighting Roman rule. Some barbarians never learn. You must achieve very high ratings to show yourself worthy of the ultimate promotion. Build an extremely prosperous city that rivals Rome in culture, and earn high favor with me. Use all your talent to make Massilia your crowning achievement, and I will overlook the differences that you and I have had in the past. I am weary. Do not disappoint me now with the final prize in your sight.
Hey guys, welcome back to my Caesar 3 playthrough. My name is Zach and we're here on the final peaceful mission, Massilia Final Glory. And looking at the ratings, they are incredibly high, but the population is not unmanageable, 8,000, we can work with that. So let's just head on to the map and see what we're up against. Let's pause it and wait for the music to start, really. There we go. And looks like we're gonna be fishing on this map. And what else do we have here? A bit of farmland on this side. Okay, so I don't know. We're gonna have to bridge across these little islands. And we have a bit more farmland over here. And I think that's about it. I don't see any wolves or anything like that. Okay, let's have a look at our natural resources. Our raw materials, timber yard. And that's it, nothing else. And how about farms? Wheat, fruit, and vines. So 2 types of food, but I don't think we have enough farmland to farm that kind of food around here. Maybe we could get some, but looks like we will be relying on fish for the most part. As you can see, there's some flat coast over here, but not an incredible amount. There's more here, but there's no fish here. That's a bit strange. So, looking at this, we gotta check our trade routes. We are here. Massilia, our city, and looks like we're gonna have 2 land trade routes and 2 sea trade routes. So let's check the land one. They will buy furniture, good, so we can sell that off. They sell us wine and clay. We can, we're gonna have to import a second type of wine if we want palaces. Okay, here they sell olives and clay as well. They buy pottery, okay. Right, we have to import clay. We can't make pots on this map. They sell us marble and buy oil, but we can't really sell much oil considering we have to import the olives. And they sell wheat and weapons. We're gonna have to import all our weapons as well, wow. And they buy fruit and fish, right, okay. Also, since we are on the final mission, as you can see, I have about 30,000 denarii saved, and I can give these to the city at any point if I want to get myself out of debt. So this is the final mission, so it's worth just spending it all here. We can't bring it with us, and we should also set our salary down to 0 because we got nothing to save it for. We're gonna be Caesar after this. So let's get this started. I'm gonna try build a housing area, and I also need to build the export area. I could set up the import of clay and pottery workshops here, do some timber as well, and we can also import the oil. And what else can we sell? We can sell furniture, we can sell pots, oil, fruit and fish. Okay, so we can sell these 3, and we have to import them all anyway, so we don't need to worry about having it near the farms. So I'll set the export and industry up here, and I'll build a housing area by this flat coast here. So let's see how that works out. Okay, here's a nice start. I'm doing a U design for my residential area. Now, this will not get me to 8,000 people as far as I know, but with this U design, it's kind of a compact thing of what I've done before, where I can do the forced walker, where I can put like the actors colony on one side and the theater on the other. So entertainment will be consistent throughout all of these houses with just a single building, and they can just walk. They'll have to walk all the way along this. And I think I can actually extend these housing areas a little further, but we'll wait and see if we can actually get the market ladies to walk that far, because I plan to put 2 markets down this end and have them walk down these roads and then have all the fish collected over here. Meanwhile, I got my industry set up on this side. As you can see, all the timber industry, and we're importing clay to work at these pottery places, and we have set them to export as much as we can. But we are short on cash, so to get things started, I should probably give some to the city. So I'm just going to go ahead and give 5,000 right off the bat. But we do have to get our exports going because we can't be doing that forever. So now I just have to wait for these people to move in, and then we can get our fishing industry going. Ah, there we go. We've reached 1,000 citizens. And our money actually has stopped dropping, probably because we're actually selling furniture now. And as you can see, people have started to move in. They haven't fully moved in yet, but we do have our fishing industry on the way. As you can see, I put down 2 shipyards first, just to get the boats out a bit quicker. Then I'll replace one of these over here with another fishing wharf. But once this fills up with food, I will start feeding these people. And this is actually a lot of housing. I could actually fit a lot of people right here. I'm not sure if it'll reach 8,000, but we're already at 1,000 and we haven't even fed these houses yet. So this should probably get us to where we need to be to start working towards getting some palaces. And speaking of palaces, someone challenged me to build as many palaces as I can, and I have a build. I know what I'm doing, and I will hopefully show you what I have in mind. But there we go. A festival for Mars because I don't want to die to an attack. I don't think there's an invasion on the way. No. But our money is going up even more now. Wow. Selling pots and furniture gets you pretty far. And that looks like quite a bit of food. So let me just change this shipyard to a wharf so we can boost it even more. And that should be in full production. And let's drop down a couple markets. We can just put them right here and here. 2 for stability's sake. And as you can see, I got some houses on the outskirts here, so these industries generally don't need more housing, but I put that there anyway because, well, this shipyard's pretty far. Okay, now we gotta feed these people and make sure we don't go into 20% unemployment. Wow, okay, I gotta start putting down some more industries or something here. Ah, good. Mars sends a spirit to watch over my city. I'm gonna need that because I know the military on this mission is gonna be pretty tough. As you can see, I dropped down a whole bunch of things, and there's a forced walker entertainment system. And they're starting to feed the people now. More fish coming in. Let's see how far we can take this. But we are now short on employees. Just gotta wait for these people to move in, and then we should be way back into unemployment again. And as you can see, we got these warehouses here. This one is getting pottery, this one is getting oil, and this one is gonna just accept furniture from this little industry I set up here. And I can set up my oil industry now. Those warehouses won't be able to get pottery until there's actually a surplus here. Probably I should put down more pottery workshops to speed things along. Yes, that should help a bit. There we go, 2,000 people, so we're going along pretty quickly. And you can see I've set up my oil industry on this side. We got 2 warehouses, one to import olives, and then the other one here to accept oil. And right now we're just struggling to feed our people, so you can see I put down extra fishing wharves on this side. But I'm not sure if that's going to be enough. We'll wait and see if once these are all fully operational, and see if we can still continue to feed these people. Right now I'm not allowing this warehouse to get pottery, so it doesn't actually have any pots to evolve these houses any further. We'll just see if we can maintain this for now. Uh-oh, looks like there's a distant battle. Which reminds me that I do not have any military whatsoever. So that's not good at all. And so I better set up these trade routes. We can set up this, and we can also set up this one here. And that means we can now buy weapons and marble, but we got to set up a dock as well. So let's start to import that, and we also want to import some marble for oracles. We don't want to export anything to them right now, but I need a place for a dock. But considering I'm not importing anything essential, I can actually just shift it over onto the other side. Yes, I need a dock. I can actually just put it over here somewhere, like right here. So I'm just gonna drop the dock on this side and get some imports going. Ah, there we go, we got a working Colosseum. It's just one, and I don't need any other because, as you can see, this forced walker technique is working brilliantly like it did before. Lion house here, Colosseum there. Entertainment for everyone. Now, I still can't seem to get enough food in here. Actually, where'd all this food come from? It wasn't this much just now, but still having problems feeding people down this row. Maybe it is because our food supply was kind of erratic earlier. But let's see if now that these people have been initially fed and they have some supply there, our food supplies can go up a bit. Usually that initial feeding phase is when food is quite short, because each house, as you can see, takes up to 500, maybe even 600 units of food. So when you first pass by, the market lady grabs 800. 600 of that just goes straight into the first house. So you can see how that is a problem. But as the people are fed more and more, the surplus starts to build up. And I also got my dock area over here. We're importing marble, and we even got our military set up here, which reminds me I should build a fort of legionnaires and javelineers. I'm not exactly sure where the invasions will come from. Looks like they can come from this left side, they can come from this top side, or they can come from down here. But we don't have anything to protect on this side, so we don't have to get too close to that. We want to build it close enough to our stuff so we can get there before they start marching in on us. Especially this side here, there's not much space between the edge of the map and our housing area. So I do have to plan for a palace area as well, which I think I can build up here in this big space right here. So I can put the forts right here, and they can run across to here to protect that side, or they can run up here to protect this side, and there's plenty of time for them to run down this way. So the forts can go right here. Yes, that'll be perfect. I'll just drop a legionnaire fort like this, and I'll also drop down javelins right there. That should keep the barracks busy for a while. Okay, looks like importing weapons is actually taking up quite a bit of my money. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give another 5,000 to the city. This should just jumpstart my military. I'm not sure how much that actually will get me, because there's 16 units of weapons to fill up one fort, I think. And 12 each round, that's actually really expensive. I might have to give another 5,000 just to get another couple forts going. But that invasion is still some distances away. Maybe I could start setting up some static defenses, at least some walls to slow them down. Okay, it actually looks like we can feed this many people, except for them over there at the end. Maybe they're being discriminated against by these market ladies. They're like, nah, we're not gonna feed you. But looks like we fed this whole area, and we do have a surplus of food, so it looks like this number of wharves is enough. Probably just a few stability issues with which way these market ladies are walking. Maybe they can't quite reach that far, but they can reach this far on that side. Not sure what's going on there. But we could start evolving these houses no problem if we just bring some pots over to this side. Not sure if we want to do that right now because we got 15% unemployment. And that's not so good. I need to put those into something for now. We don't really need any more industries. So let me just drop down a couple academies to deal with this situation. At least bring it down so they're not too unhappy. and that should deal with that. But we do have to get our military up. We are still losing money because we're importing so many weapons, and they're like the most expensive thing in the world. Ah, but there we go, 3,000 people. Our city doesn't quite look like that, but we could. All we have to do is bring some pots over here. Could we reach 8,000 people with just this? We probably could, considering palaces hold a few hundred each. So this should be the only residential area we need to build. Meanwhile, just concerned about military, yes. So let's start trying to... we're going to go into debt again, but let's start trying to plan our more advanced palace area. And we need to get some wine as well. Maybe we could get some wine from this side. Oh, we actually went into debt. Yes. Well, let's see how much Caesar decides to give us. 1,500. Okay. Not that we need his money to boost us. We should actually just give to the city so we don't piss him off some more. Let's give another 5,000. The only reason why we're spending all of my personal savings on these weapons, really, because that's the most expensive thing. We could export oil, but we've kind of built the industry in the wrong spot. Perhaps I could somehow shift it if we move this down to this side. Uh-oh, some of the indigenous people fed up with my tyranny have taken up arms against me. I forgot that this could happen. And Caesar wants 10 timber. That shouldn't be a problem. Okay, where are they coming from? They're coming from there. Now, we do have a spirit of Mars protecting us, but I don't know how many of these guys are gonna be coming. We got one Javelineer here. We should have set up our military way sooner. But let's see how many show up. If it's just one group, then Mars will take care of it. I really hope it's just one group. But we do have some Legionnaires here, so maybe we'll be okay. Okay, that seems to be all there is. So we should be fine with Mars's... get out of the way, sheep. And we should be fine with Mars's spirit to protect us. But this is a good way to test if our Legionnaires can actually get to this side in time. Looks like they can... No, don't piss them off. Oh. Okay. Okay, Spirit of Mars protected us, so we're fine. Return to fort. That invading army is getting closer though, and we're gonna have to worry about that soon. Hopefully we'll be okay. Okay, I hate it when this happens. I built 2 markets here, and they constantly walk this way. They always go up this way down this road. So that's a festival to Mars. So as you can see, this market keeps going up there. This market keeps going down here. Sometimes this market goes down this way, but of course it can't reach far enough. So this market is just not walking down this road, which is so annoying. Perhaps I could shift the market over by moving it 2 more squares this way and putting houses here instead. Let's see if that works by putting the market right there. So there, it's the same amount of people, but hopefully this will kind of make the walker go down this direction. Hopefully. Okay, there we go. We're actually selling some oil. This is set to getting oil, but it only gets to a maximum of 8. So if we sell this off, he'll go over here and bring this over to this side, which should be... at least we can sell this off rather than just destroying the warehouse. So that should be good. Since we're not using oil anyway, we can shift things around a bit. Uh-oh, looks like enemies are at the door. So we don't have very long until we're under attack by a proper army. So let's throw another festival for Mars and try and please him. Mars is exalted, but I'm not sure if he's gonna give me what I want. We could drop down another oracle just to try and keep him happy. Yeah, we'll just put one somewhere over here. Ah, good. Mars sends a spirit to watch over my city. Whew. That should help me protect myself until I get my army up. At least with one less group of them, my army should be able to deal with whatever invasion's coming. I don't think the first invasion will be massive. Hopefully not. Okay, we just cannot feed these people. come on! Look, there's plenty of food in this market, but if you go to here, commerce, food, they're all walking up there. That is just Caesar 3. Okay, let's try shift it even more. We're gonna shift it over to here and put down another market right there. Then hopefully this market lady will walk down this way. Look, I mean, it's so close. I mean, it's like not... Some mechanics really needed to be refined in this game, but, well, what can you do about it? Oh, running low on money again, still buying weapons. So let's give myself another 5,000. There we go. So you can see the importance of having to save up through the entire game until the final mission, so you don't have to stress too much. Oh, I gave myself 5,000 and then we just made a bunch of money. So we're actually not losing that much money, especially now that we're exporting oil as well. Ah, there we go. We got enough wood to send to Caesar. And we'll leave this little extra timber industry here, just in case he asks for more. Now, I would like to set up my wine industry, and I got a little opening here where we can then cross over to the river, or cross over the river, and build a few farms on this side, which will get us enough wine just for our palaces. And actually, considering we have to import wine to get a second type of wine, all we have to do is produce some of our own wine here, and then when we import it into the warehouse, it can't tell the difference between the two types of wine, so it will just automatically consider it as being two types of wine. Perfect, so actually we don't have to worry about this right now at all, so I'll just leave this as is. We don't have to prepare anything. Meanwhile, this market is still not reading these people. I do not know what it will take. 24 months for 20 timber. Well, that's a little high. We could put one more down. Just to speed that up a bit. Okay. Let's try put the market on the other side of the road. Maybe that will make the market lady walk down that way. Oh, looks like we're actually under attack. Now, we do have a Spirit of Mars with us, and... where are they coming from? Oh, wow, they can actually come from really close up. So let's shift all of our legionnaires over and make sure they're in the square formation, since we actually have 3 legions for this. And we'll also bring our javelins over, but keep them at the back for now, because we don't want to provoke them into attacking us. So they can show up right next to our entrance here. Okay, so let's speed it up and have our legionnaires come on over. Okay, looks like it's just 2 groups, and we can now just go ahead and start shooting them. Because all of us... wait, no, don't walk that way, don't walk that way. Come on, then. We have enough soldiers to take you. There's the Spirit of Mars to take care of one group of them, and we can just finish them off here. There we go, no problem. No survivors. Alright, you guys can all return to fort now. And looks like our military is doing okay now, so we almost have 6 forts here. We could build one more, but there's no invading army on the way, so we should be fine. Meanwhile, we managed to get this place fed. It's about time. Look at these markets we had to build. I got 2 here, but this house is still not being fed because this game is still not complying. And it's not like we're short on food, but oh well. We got 3 markets there. But once this stabilizes, I'd like to evolve them further because we need the people to start building our palace area. Ah, there we go. We got enough wood to send to Caesar. He keeps asking for it. And as you can see, I'm starting to build or lay out the area for the palace block, which is going to be here. I know it doesn't look like much, but you will see it when it's done. Don't worry. Just give me some time. Okay, looks like our residential area is finally fully fed with 3 markets. It's just because the walker wasn't complying, so I had to build these 2 markets here, which is a little awkward. But we set our warehouse to getting pottery, and that will be here soon, which will allow these houses all to evolve. Now let me just check that they actually have other things like bath houses. Yes, that's fine. So everything's looking good. So once these evolve, we should get a boost of population. Not exactly sure by how much, I'm not that statistical, but it should give us enough people to start working on some more advanced things. Ah, Lugdunum wants to trade even more furniture with me. Perfect! That means we can actually make some more money, so I can stop giving myself money from my personal savings. And I'm just planning out this farming area, because we're going to need to farm the different kinds of food when it actually comes down to it. That should be quite nice. Just clearing off the trees so I know how much space we have. Okay, good. Oh, and would you look at that? Our houses are actually evolving now to the next stage, going up all the way to large insulators. I don't think we need to give it a second type of food because it won't boost our population, and we won't be worrying about prosperity once we get our palaces going. Yes, of course. And we should stop that from getting good, so this warehouse can now go get from that. Okay, here's the start of our palace blocks. As you can see, I've designated some areas, and as you can see as well, there's a housing plot for each to-be palace. And I'm following a build I've actually found. I was actually given the build, but as you can see, there's 6 spaces here, and this actually can extend all the way over here and have another 6 here. So we could have 12 palaces on this map, and I think that will be quite an achievement, and of course it will completely solve our prosperity issue. So let's see if we can actually pull this off, shall we? Okay, there's just a little start of... Oh, Caesar wants 20 timber. Well, you can go ahead and have that. Okay, so that is the start of the wine industry, which I'm just going to produce a little bit on my side, fill up this warehouse. And as you can see on this side, I'm starting the distribution center for our palace area. We got these granaries and warehouses set to getting good. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get enough of it, but hopefully we can. Our main housing area does seem to have evolved nicely to large insulators. It's not 100% stable, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. With our current rates of unemployment at 13%, I would like to just get all of these industries going. So I'm just going to put down all the required industries and see if we have enough people to do it. Oh, some indigenous people are fed up with my tyranny. Looks like we're under attack again. Right, well those furniture workshops are going down. So let's just rush over with all our soldiers and deal with this menace. There we go. Let the Javelineers take the brunt of this, because I don't want to waste my soldiers on this rabble. Oh, they are kind of breaking through though. Let's make sure they don't actually get to my city. There we go. Dealt with. Everyone return to fort. Now, for my peace rating, I gotta make sure things like this don't get destroyed. So perhaps I could just kind of make sure they don't go in that direction. Oh, Rome increased the price of olives, but that doesn't really matter anymore because I'm actually earning a ton of cash. Which, actually, I should stop exporting oil. Let's not export that because we want to make sure our supply is as stable as possible. These houses still aren't going well. Perhaps I should stick to the 9x9. But for now, I'm just going to focus on spending my unemployment on these palace areas. Oh, a distant Roman city is threatened and it's defenseless, so I have to dispatch a relief force. Let me just drop down extra farm here. Now, we should actually check. This is an enemy army threatening the Roman Empire. Dispatch a small force will attack. Okay, so we don't have to send too much. We will just send 1 legionnaires and 1 javelins. Yeah, these guys. So that should do it, and we'll dispatch that. There we go. Now, I'm just building some extra food farms here because it's a long way to walk, but these farms are supposed to give the 3 types of food to these granaries, along with, as you can see, these fishing wharves. Meanwhile, this place is not doing too well in terms of food. Because of our increase in population, we don't have enough fish to go around. It seems like for stability's sake, we need to get more fish over here. But there's not much coast. We could try and exploit this farm here to try and fill this up with something else. But I'm not sure if that will work. There we go. We can actually fit 4 more fishing wharves onto this small island. Maybe this will be enough to supplement our food? I'm not sure. We'll have to wait till these actually get running. Oh, looks like people are pretty unhappy at my unemployment, but it said tax collectors robbed. We don't have any tax collectors, which we should actually probably put some down. We'll just put them here for them. And while we're dealing with our unemployment, I should go ahead and put more over on this side. More academies, I think. Okay, most of the facilities are down now. It's just I am gonna have to put down a hippodrome, and that is gonna take quite a few people. Can I actually see exactly how many unemployed people? 59. Okay, so I can drop down the hippodrome right here, like that. And as you can see, the chariot maker is over on this side. So the charioteer will cross all of these palaces and then reach the hippodrome where all of these palaces will get what they need. Now that's 150 employees, so let's get rid of all of these extra academies. We don't actually need to have any on this side, and get rid of that too. And how many people does that provide us? We have 8% unemployment again. Good, I guess? Maybe I overdid it a bit. Let's drop down a couple of those back. Now, what else do these need? I'm just going through the list here. I'm just going to drop down anything else I'm missing, and then we will see if we can start evolving these houses. Congratulations, a hippodrome has commenced operation. Your fair city has joined the ranks of the best in all the empire. Yes, that's right. And we do have a little shortage of employees, actually, so we'll get rid of those academies once again. No employment problems, wow. 7 unemployed workforce, it works out just nicely. But I'm sure there must be something missing here. I mean, besides marketplaces, what else am I supposed to build? Oh, Rome is actually asking for 10 vines, that's inconvenient. 36 months to comply though, so I guess we can deal with that. Okay, looking at it, I think that's all we need. We have actually got some extra space here. Now all that we have to do is put down the marketplaces and try and stabilize employment on this side, because it seems like some of these warehouses are losing access. But now it really is a food issue. Do we have enough food to feed 6 palaces right here? We can put down a single market and see if that's sufficient. Ideally, there are supposed to be 2 or 3 markets here. But since we have all of this going on here, We do actually need to start importing wine as well. And I don't want these to evolve into working class citizens. So I guess we can just start importing wine. Import that. Resources everywhere else look good. Our main residential blocks look okay. We're actually short on furniture here. What's up with that? But it is actually getting more furniture. I guess it's okay. Actually, we are short on furniture. What's going on? Well, I'll sort out the furniture issue, and then hopefully we can get things sorted. Okay, there we go. We are actually starting to evolve these houses. They're small casas now, and I put down 3 markets just for security, because I want them to hold as much as possible so it's safe. It does take a while before they seem to detect the house and actually start collecting resources. But next up, they just need to get pottery. And once these resources come through, they pretty much have everything else they need. I don't think I'm missing anything, so these houses should evolve relatively quickly. Okay, there we go. We are actually reaching villa level. And oh, these should evolve pretty quickly. I put all these large statues at the back. So hopefully they evolve. Is this... oh, a hippodrome is affecting the desirability of this place here, but... this will... Luxury palaces, look at that! They are evolving nicely. That is 5. Is this one actually going to evolve into a luxury palace as well? Come on, I know you can do it. There we go. And we can import more clay if we want. We have... This is... oh, that's a large palace. Come on. Luxury palace. That's it. 6 luxury palaces. This is amazing. This should bring us in a ton of cash. And we are actually sustaining our resources. We're a little low on furniture. I'm not exactly sure what happened, so I set up a little furniture industry over here. But look at that. 6 palaces. Our prosperity rating's gonna shoot through the roof, leaving us only with population to deal with, which I think we can do that pretty easily. And this area is just not stable enough despite how many markets we have down here. Never mind. We have 6 luxury palaces. Now we could get 6 more, but let me make sure this is stable first. Once this is actually confirmed to be stable, I might expand this way. My relief force defeated the invading barbarians. Caesar sends materials to build a Triumphal Arch. So, I'm not sure where I should put it, but I should probably put it right here near all of my palaces. But I'm looking at this empty space over here. Could I fit one more palace if I just rearrange a few things? Like, I could put a Triumphal Arch right here, and that should make that place quite desirable. I think I can. But to be safe, let me put a couple large statues at the back first. We don't want to block off this entrance, so I'll put gardens there. Just like this. And then I can remove these, put down one more house. And that should be in range of the water. Yes, it is. And I can then put the Triumphal Arch right here. I don't want it to be a road, so I'll wait till it rotates that way. There. Triumphal Arch. Now, the desirability on this side should be quite spectacular, but I could actually, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, fit in a row of gardens, just for good measure. There we go. Now, there are these facilities on this side, which I might have to shift a bit, just to make it a little more desirable. There we go. The lion house can go over here. Get rid of that. And that should work. This reservoir is not helping either, but with a Triumphal Arch, maybe a few oracles I could squeeze in around here as well. This road at the back will be fine for that. So we'll see if we can actually pull it off. There we go. We have enough vines to send off to Caesar. All I did was stockpile the vines for a while. And now we can go back to making our own wine. I'm just shifting this reservoir a little away from this palace, or where I want this palace to be. And also to make sure that there's actually this path going by the Colosseum so they can walk through. It's still in range of the fountain and everything, so we should be fine there. It's just waiting for... Oh, desirability is holding it back actually. So I'm gonna have to squeeze in some oracles in the back. I think that should be okay. Okay, there we go, a luxury palace. Now, we've actually fit 7 luxury palaces onto this block, and I think that's quite an achievement. That's the most number of palaces I have ever had on a single map. And there's still room for more, but I'm not sure if our resources can take it. As you can see, our wheat supply is a little low. Our fruit is doing okay, but yeah, we do need more wheat coming in here. Perhaps this is actually a good opportunity to import wheat, because we don't actually need that much. My soldiers are back, and Caesar should be pretty happy with me. We're giving him a ton of stuff. And now we are having a bit of employment issue, mainly because of the stability of this area. They are running out of furniture. Perhaps I should swap one of these houses for a marketplace as well. Or are they actually doing okay? Okay, I think they're actually doing okay. We're just running low on furniture for a little while. Okay, now looking at my employment problem, I should start working towards boosting my population, and there's a lot of flat coast right here which I could exploit for fishing, even though the fishing sites are quite far away. So I think I could fit at least one 9x9 block right here, and I'm gonna try squeeze it in and see if we can make it work. Oh, looks like we're actually under attack, so... Who are they, the Gauls again? They are, yes, Gauls. So let's bring all of our soldiers over. It's probably a bigger attack than before, so we might have to spread out our troops. So let's just bring them all over and see if we can deal with this rabble. Oh, it does look like it's somewhat of a big force. To minimize the losses of our legionnaires, as in expensive weapons, I think I'm gonna... Oh, let's slow this down. Sacrifice my javelineers to the front. And that way, well, they're free to replace, aren't they? So let's see if we can do it like that. A little late on my movement, but I think I can just about make it. Ah, there we go, they stopped. Okay, come on then. If you can get past the javelineers, then you can fight my legionnaires, which are I don't really want to lose. Okay, there they are. They are actually breaking through. But hopefully we managed to reduce the losses of our actual soldiers. There they go. They are actually repeating. Steve the Capitulator, you are running away and you survived. Charles the Mysterious. A mysterious Gaul, it seems. There we go. Only 2 survivors. Now, what did we actually lose? Our legionnaires are actually wholly intact. The javelineers, not so lucky. You guys can all return to fort. But at least since we just lost a few legionnaires, we should have enough weapons to replace them, no problem. Cool, that's attack dealt with, and here's our housing area, which we just have to get them some water right now. There we go. Oh wow, would you look at that? We've actually filled our granary pretty full with fruit here. And that's just from squeezing in as many farms as we can. As you can see, it is pretty much a big mess thanks to these rocks. Even a big road going around the back, you have to squeeze in farms as much as I can. But it seems like we are getting a nice supply of food, which means we can start feeding these people right here, which should boost our population quite nicely. So let's drop down some markets on this side, and then we can see if we can evolve these houses. Okay, there we go. Put down a whole bunch of wharves and an extra shipyard. Oh, there's fires in the city. Oh, that's not good. Let's stop the fire spread. And I'm not sure if I can fix this. If I move this prefecture 1 down... No, that would get in the way. Perhaps the only way to solve this is to put down a whole bunch of prefectures and hope one of them walks that way. Anyway, we do have all of these wharves right here. Extra shipyard is to help boost the production of boats just for a short while. Then I'll change this back to a wharf and a granary right there. Just waiting for some people to move in. Meanwhile, these houses are starting to evolve. Caesar wants 15 wine, which we can send them straight away because, yeah, we have plenty of wine to go around. And food supplies on this side, not doing 100%, but that's because these markets, these 3 markets are grabbing food now. So hopefully we can turn these into palaces pretty soon. Oh, there we go. We have actually reached 5,000 people. So we are just a little shy of 8,000. Not really a little shy, but we're working on it. But once these palaces, each of these palaces holds, let's see, well, there's about 100 people in each. So this will get us another 600 people. Once, if I can evolve this, we should get at least 1,000 plus, maybe 1,005 people, I guess. Maybe 2 if we squeeze in more houses around the side. But that won't quite get us all the way. But with all these palaces, we could just put down a whole bunch of tents and to reach our target population, which I think is probably the easiest way to do it. Anyway, let's start evolving these into palaces, and these once food starts coming in anyway. Oh, we've actually gone into debt. Huh. Okay, so we're gonna have to give a bit more to the city. We are running out. Gonna give another 5,000. We've only got one round left to give. But hopefully we can stay out of debt. Maybe we should sell more oil to try and remedy that situation. Okay, because I'm short by so many people, I'm just gonna drop down a random block of houses right here. Just a bunch of tents. Like this. Just until we can actually evolve this block here with food. I'm just currently stockpiling a bunch of food here. I should probably fill up 2 granaries worth before feeding the people, because you know that first feed is they get pretty hungry on the first time round, so we'll deal with that when we can. Looks like there's some devolution going on. No, actually it looks okay. So we'll just keep this around for a short while. And we will then remove it once we're done with this place here. Okay, this is a little weird. I'm checking tax income and I'm wondering why my money's not going up. There's a tax collector here, a forum, walking by these houses. The vaults hold 131 denarii. It says it's... Oh! I thought it wasn't collecting anything at all. Turns out it was just January. Oh, well, never mind about that. Simple mistake to make. I thought we weren't collecting anything. Well, they're actually collecting quite a bit. Okay, so we're doing fine. Oh, and here we go. We are finally evolving these into villas. Will they actually reach palaces? It is a small palace, and it is evolving again. All they needed was an academy, which I put back down. Looks like he came out, a large palace, and will it actually become a luxury palace? Yes! Now, how many of these will straight away become these luxury palaces? How about you guys? Yes, you? Soon evolving, soon evolving. There we go. Evolve one more time. There we go. 6 more luxury palaces. That means we currently have a total of 13 luxury palaces on this map. This is amazing. I've never had this many palaces on a single map, and they should be stable even though the food supply is a little low. If we look at the markets, there is actually food to go around. It's just food in the granary is a little low. With 3 markets on each side, they seem to be dealing okay. So there we have it, 13 luxury palaces. I mean, with a bit of refinement, you could probably get one more, maybe. Like, if you move the bathhouse around and put some oracles around, you could squeeze in 1 or 2 more. But we shall leave it like this for now. Like these things. We could actually, if we compress these buildings over to the edge, maybe we could fit 2 more here, actually. But anyway, I'm going to leave it as this. 13 luxury palaces is enough for me. Now, we just have to reach our target population. This prosperity rating is going to jump even higher. culture, we just have to match these things over here. City coverage is what matters, not just the number. So this suggestion here is actually lying to you. Peace is just a matter of time. So right now, we just have to get 8,000 people, which basically means evolving these. And there's actually plenty of room for people to move into these palaces. And as you can see, they slowly move in over time to a maximum of 200. So we got one granary full of food here. Once this is full, I will drop down a couple markets and feed up this area. Okay, for stability's sake, I'm gonna drop down a market right here, because these houses keep devolving just on this side. This side's actually fine, and it's not that we're short on resources. We have enough of everything. So I'm gonna replace one of the houses with this market, and that should stabilize this area, because we can't afford to be losing this many people all the time, especially with our current shortage. Maybe I should just start feeding the people now. Let's see, I'll just drop down 2 markets right here. There we go. And looks like the plebs' wages have increased, so let's give them that. Up to 35, nothing excessive. Wow, our taxes actually yield 10,000 denarii a year. With these palaces, it might go up even higher. But let's evolve these houses now, let's focus on that. Okay, there we go. We've actually fed this entire block and people are starting to stream in, which should solve our employment problem. Now, we're still shy by about 2,000 people, but people are still moving in. So this should bring us up to what we need it to be. I think we just have to speed things along, really. Okay, I think I need to boost this food production a bit, and it looks like I can squeeze a ship bridge right here, which means I can stick a few more fishing wharves on this side of the water. So I just have to clear off these trees and stick down a few more wharves. That should supplement my food supply just a little bit. There we go. Okay, here we go. We've actually got some resources being gotten over here. And I'm trying something new. I'm trying to set it to, since we're not actually making anything here, I've got 3 warehouses, and each one is set to getting all 3 resources that we need. So that should even out the distribution between these 3 quite nicely. Like I've done over here, you see I've gotten some oil in a few of the other warehouses as well. It acts as a backup to make sure they don't actually run out. So this should do quite well. Our population's actually at 7,000, so once this evolves, we should hit 8,000 no problem. Our ratings are... prosperity's almost there. I guess once we get our population up and have some unemployment, we can start working on our culture. Oh, the plebs' wages have increased again, up to 36, no problem. How's our taxes? Wow, taxes now earn us 13,500 a year. That is quite nice, and it is keeping our money afloat. As you can see, these houses are also starting to evolve. Do I have a forum here? No, I'm not actually collecting taxes from these guys. But I guess that's not so important right now. Oh, here's a problem. This house actually grew that direction and blocked off the pathway here. Never mind. Just had to fix that for a while because I noticed this warehouseman, this cart pusher, they're all going around this way now, which is not right. Anyway, now there's a little... Oh no, come on. Come on, come on. Don't do that. Don't do that. We need an opening there. So don't evolve in that direction. We need that little gap. Okay. That seems fine. Oh, some indigenous people have taken up arms against me. Where are they? Okay, they're over here. I did build a wall there to try and block them from destroying anything. Let's rush everyone over here to try and stop them from destroying any city property. Okay, here we go. Come on. Don't you dare destroy any city property. Just those walls. Come on then. This is a bit of a mess, but I think we're doing okay. Looks like they're kind of breaking through on this side. So let's make sure we rush some legionnaires over there. That's it. No survivors. Okay. Just a bit of wall destroyed. I think I could shift the wall a bit over that side to prevent that from happening again. Okay. There we go. Problem solved. Okay, now that this place is evolved, we just need to raise our population, which we can work towards as we go along. So let's fix our culture. So culture means city coverage for this and this. Education and entertainment. So we just have to put down a bunch of extra of these until it actually reaches perfect for all of this. So as you can see, 4 theaters is supposed to entertain 2,000 people, and that's considered poor because we have 7,000 people. So all I have to do is I'm gonna, let's see, I guess I could just reuse this area here. I'll destroy this bunch of houses here and put down a bunch of theaters. So if, reduce the price of furniture, oh, that's not good. Okay, so if each one is for 500, so this would be 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000. Okay, let's see how many that count for. So we get all of these working, and now it's considered very good. Are they all a couple more not working quite yet? Let's speed that up. Okay, so this is considered excellent. So I should actually put down 2 more. One, let's clear a space there. 2. So when we do this, it should be considered perfect. Can entertain 8,000 people. And that should already shoot our culture up quite a bit. That almost doubled it. Wow, okay. So next up, let's do schools. I think to make this a bit easier, we can extend this road out like that. And let's drop down a bunch of schools. Ah, the wages have gone up once again. Up to 39, so that's not too high. Still doing okay. Taxes are actually bringing in 15,000 now. Right now I'm just putting down a few extra housing areas to try and boost our population because that's really the only thing holding us back right now. In terms of culture, we are doing quite well. Education, I put down those schools, it's now perfect. We're now at 59. So we could just try to put down some amphitheaters, which I have here, and that's doing well. Excellent coverage. Probably one more would be good. Amphitheater. We can actually stick some over here, actually. Never mind, we'll just put one right here. Amphitheater there. And that should deal with that. And what else do we have? 3 Colosseums is above average. 1 Hippodrome is perfect. Education, academies, and libraries. I could do with more libraries, but right now we are having an employment problem. So actually, before we do all of this, let's deal with that. So we got the space for it, and we'll be able to boost our culture instantly, no problem. Okay, we are actually reaching our target population of 8,000 thanks to these tents. It's not really putting a dent in our prosperity, as the amazing prosperity of this city is the talk of Rome. 95 prosperity thanks to all of these luxury palaces. Now that we're basically at our target population once those fill up, our ratings are now just left culture and peace. Basically, peace is a time thing. Culture, we just have to put down more of these things, really. Yes, I think education, more libraries and schools. Okay, so looking at my shortage of food here, which really would have been solved if I put my palace area closer to the farmland, but I decided to start importing some wheat. As you can see here, I got a collection of wheat which is being sent to the granary. A distant Roman city is threatened, okay. Average force, hold on, let me just deal with this. Average force, which basically means I should send another group of javelins. Okay, and we'll send Caesar that. There we go. So yes, we're importing wheat, which I actually shifted to this warehouse, which should supplement some of our wheat food source. And then from that I can change a couple of the wheat farms to fruit farms, and I put in a couple of extra fishing wharves, which should hopefully bring in enough food to feed these palace blocks. Okay, actually what I think I could do is I can try build granaries closer to the farms and set these to getting food, but it will temporarily cause the market ladies to start walking down to this side. But hey, it's worth a shot to try and get more food over there. So I'm just going to drop down 3 granaries right here and see if we can get this sorted. Okay, there we go. We got some market ladies walking all the way over here, but at least they get to bring back more food in one trip. And, ooh, there's actually quite a bit of meat stored up there. They probably grabbed it from here because this basically halves the distance from where the farms and fishing wharves are to the granary, which should, in theory, double my production. And these granaries are going down this way, as you can see, granary to granary, to bring this food up there. And as you can see, meat really is the easiest to produce here because of the number of fishing wharves. You can see I fit 4 more on this side, which really does boost the fish production. So at least that's one food source settled. But the other 2, I'm not quite sure if we have enough. Okay, as you can see, there is actually a problem here. We are devolving some of these palaces into villas. I guess maintaining these villas, or these grand, what are called, luxury palaces is a little tougher than I thought. But putting these granaries here has solved some of the food issues. Some of these markets are starting to get a bit more food. As you can see, there's actually some fruit and stuff. These were completely void before, but they are rushing down here to get the wheat, which is a little... well, it's not allowing the wheat to stockpile up before the market ladies come, but oh, that's pretty good. That's carrying along a lot of fruit, so that's good. Okay, it's starting to work. As you can see, this market actually has the 3 types of food, which is a nice start, but this transition period is being a little bad. Like, this house over here hasn't gotten any food whatsoever. But I think the longer this goes on, the more food is actually distributed into these houses, and that should help things along. Right now it's just a travel distance thing, and because it's kind of gone back to that first feeding phase again, where some of these have dropped so low in supplies that they need a lot in one shot. So like, as you can see here, 600 wheat, one full trip of wheat went straight into that one house. So, but that house doesn't need any more wheat for quite some time. So we'll wait for things to settle down because things are starting to build up. It seems my relief force has defeated the barbarians and I can build another Triumphal Arch. And Caesar wants wood. Okay, so that's pretty good. I've built a granary here for the wheat farms as well because I want to try produce as much as possible. Okay, looks like these are starting to evolve back up as we can check the markets here. At least there's 2 kinds of food, and this has actually got all the way back up to a luxury palace. So has that one. Haha, looks like we're starting to stabilize once again. All I needed were a few more granaries around, and these are all evolving nicely. There we go. Back to 13 luxury palaces. They are luxury palaces. So as you can see, fruit and fish have stocked up well here. Wheat is still a little low, but we got these granaries closer to the farms, which just overall increased the amount of wheat in the system because the walking distance is a lot shorter. So we've basically tripled, I think, by moving these granaries closer. This one is getting from here, and this far away one is also getting from here. So all the wheat is stockpiling up here. So whatever it is, I don't know the numbers. I know Caesar 3 can be quite mathematical at times, but we have gotten back to 13 stable luxury palaces, and looks like there's some devolution going on over here, but I don't care anymore. We're at most of our targets. As you can see, peace has exceeded what we needed, favor is fine, prosperity is 100 despite having all these tents. That's just what luxury palaces do. So right now I just have to build a whole bunch of cultural things to bring our culture up and I should win. So I'm just gonna slow the game down before anything goes wrong, and I'm gonna go ahead and drop down all of those things. And my soldiers have come back home, and we can actually build another Triumphal Arch, and just for fun, I will. And since there's one over there already, I'm gonna build one over here, probably next to this Colosseum, because that's not so desirable. I'll just replace this with a Triumphal Arch. There we go. Just so it's, I just wanted to put it down. Anyway, we are building a bunch of theaters and schools. What else do we need here? Basically it's education. Schools are fine, academy is good. Libraries. We gotta drop down a bunch of libraries. There we go. We can see these theaters I shifted over here just to create more space. So let's get these libraries working, and that might push us over what we need. Just have to wait till there's actually access. Oh, there we go! Your place in history is assured. The Roman people declare you to be a god. Oh, it does not say accept promotion anymore. It says accept deity status. I think I will.
Congratulations! You have achieved the highest goals ever set to one of Rome's governors. I am proud to hand over to you. I decree that you be crowned Caesar, Emperor of all Rome. The whole empire is yours. At last I can retire to my island villa, a private citizen once again. May your name forever join the pantheon of Rome's greatest rulers. Hail Caesar!
I have become a god of Caesar 3. I've actually defeated the peaceful campaign, and if you haven't seen the military final mission, you should go check that out if it's already been uploaded. If not, just wait a while, I'll get around to it. I have finally completed a game from my childhood. I never ever thought I was gonna finish this game, but I finally have. I've been playing this game since March until now, and I have finally got there. Well, that is quite satisfying, and I think that was an amazing mission with 13 luxury palaces. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I've worked really hard on this series. My name's Gamer Zach, and I'll see you in the next video.